So we're talking about ideas tonight. And with everything in our built world, it all started out as an idea in someone's head. Some ideas were good, some ideas were bad. But what we know about ideas is that if you want to have good ideas, you got to have a lot of ideas. And so tonight at the workshop we're going to run through, I'll be able to teach you a skill that will allow you to generate new ideas every day of the week, month, year, anytime. And that all starts with one of my favorite words, paradigm. Paradigm is any set of rules and regulations that define boundaries or establish limits. That would be a model. Or two, tells you how to behave inside the boundaries to achieve success. So that would be a pattern. Well, paradigms, they're good and bad. They are good in that they allow us to get through our days efficiently without having to think about it. But they are bad at what point your paradigm becomes the paradigm. That's what we call paradigm paralysis. And paradigm paralysis is a terminal disease of certainty. It's often diagnosed in mother-in-laws and other extended family. My wife there took that joke very well. Tonight's exercise, what I'm going to try and get you guys to do is look at objects that you've seen before many times, but look at them in a different way. Ask questions of them in a way you never thought. And the way we'll do that is with a game I've created. It's this airplane. It's called the Paradigm Flyer. Oh, we got a question to that?
That's kind of hard to see. Do you have anything? Can you make that bigger?
It says it's hard to see in the back again. There's these seats right here in the front. All right. Josh will help you out here. The Paradigm Flyer. So the way this game works is that you throw the airplane, and whatever it hits in the room, then there's a series of questions on the back. A series of questions on the back. And we will answer those questions together as a group. And what's going to happen is that we're going to start over here, and by the end of these series of questions, we're going to end up way off in right field, and that's good. Because to get here, you had to get through that 100-question path. So I need a volunteer to throw this paper airplane to get us started tonight. Everyone needs to be watching carefully to see what the airplane hits. That's very critical in starting this exercise, right? So throw away. We'll see. Whatever the airplane hits, here it comes.
Oh, all right.
What did it hit?
It hit the trim. Carpeting, actually.
Carpeting or trim?
I think carpeting. First.
You were closest, and you did throw it. So
Yeah.
we'll go with carpeting. He hit carpeting.
So
So I'll ask the question, then if you have an answer, just raise your hand, I'll call on you, and we'll get going. So the first question is, how long has this item existed? Carpet.
since like the 60s?
I think it was beforehand, but
It got popular in the 60s.
we'll go with popular in the 60s. So with that, popular in the 60s, what do you feel is the initial need for this item? Is this need still relevant today? And are there new needs to be added to this item? So what was the initial need for carpet?
I think they started covering up hardwood floors in about the 60s
Okay.
because they thought it was like cold floors and it was more comfortable.
So benefits of carpet. It's
Yeah.
good for having warm feet when you walk on it.
Yep.
Noise
Reduction.
Decoration.
Keeps the room warmer, not just the floor, but the whole room.
Yep. It's more comfortable. There's padding underneath.
Noise reduction.
Quieter.
Can sleep there if you don't have a bed.
And that would be wrong.
Exercise there.
That would be your pattern.
Exercise on a carpet, you know, it's like a mat in the gym.
Yeah. And even an additional function of carpet is that it's an insulator. If this were the hardwood floor in here, my voice would be bouncing around, harder to hear. Any other functions that you know of carpeting or reasons that you use it today? Okay, next question. So how many variations of this item have you seen, and what do they all have in common?
Shag carpet.
Shag carpet is a variation, but still on the floor, for comfort, for warmth. Well, actually, there's now some plastic carpets out there, but still on the floor.
You usually have backing.
Backing,
There's layers.
yeah, multiple layers.
They're all harbingers of dust mites and other things.
There was indoor, outdoor carpet. You could put it out on your porch, and if it rained on it, it wouldn't hurt it.
Yeah, so the variations of indoor and outdoor carpets. It's
There's
good.
the traditional rolls of carpet, but then there's also the square one that you can mix and match. and
Yeah,
Put down whatever you want.
which is perfect when you spill the grape juice, just pull out a tile, you don't have to get the whole one. Be done. All right, next question. Is there a new use for this item if you remove what you consider to be the most important feature? So let's start with, what do you think is the most important feature of carpet? Is it the color? Is it the padding? Is it the durability?
I think,
Comfort.
Comfort. All right. So let's strip the padding away from the carpet. What are we left with? Color. Still have noise insulation. Just not as comfortable to stand on. So what would you do with a backless carpet? With no padding.
You have to rake it occasionally.
Put it on your dashboard.
put it in,
Pick it out of your clothes.
put it in the van, yeah.
Yeah. And again, you know, it's free for ideas, there's no right or wrong, but I'm thinking if there's no backing, then it's kind of more like fabric. So that potentially it can now be used for drapes or clothing or light covers or all these things where it's more pliable, tapestries. Now that we've gotten rid of the backing. Any other ideas?
You could use it for window insulation, just roll it down in the wintertime and insulate the window.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Anyone else? All right, next question. What could you do with this item? We're already getting into this. What could you do with this item that fulfills a function other than its traditional use?
Although
Someone's giggling. There must have been a good answer over here.
I just think you could use it for a rug.
Put a few tassels on the edge, it's a new rug.
I think it could be a child's toy. You could roll it up, crawl through it,
Yeah.
bounce on it.
Yeah, cat toy. And if you have the shag carpet, then if the cat or dog is going through it, it could be the grooming system. So in one pass, they're clean. And then if it's soft, you can unroll it and bang it outside. So we're getting to a viable product already. We're only 40% through the questions. Anyone else for other uses?
A sham wow.
Yeah. You got a marketing guy in the room. It works wet or dry, you know. It's good stuff. All right, if this item is symmetrical, can you produce the same functional result